Virginity is an embarrassment. Anything to do with sex is embarrassing, and this applies especially to virginity. Virginity is an embarrassment partly because of the way things are today, and partly because we don't understand what virginity is. As religious people, we despise the world for its distorted values where the human body is concerned. But outside of our church mode, we often, in fact, accept those same distorted values. Where sex is concerned, that means believing deep down that sexual activity is the right and the duty of every human being. According to this way of thinking, virginity is an unnatural state. You need an excuse for being a virgin: extreme youth, or ugliness, or psychological abnormality. If you are a virgin and you don't want to be one, I'm sorry for your misfortune. If you are a virgin and you say that that is what you want to be, people think you are mistaken and pity your delusion. All in all, according to the distorted values of today, a virgin is either a loser or a freak. As you might imagine, this is not a very good basis for contemplating the Blessed Virgin Mary. The root of our confusion about virginity is our own misunderstanding of what virginity is and what chastity is, and indeed our confusion about the role of the body in the wholeness of the person. The forgotten fact in all of this is that Christians do not have bodies. A body isn't something I have. I don't have a body. I am a body. I don't have a soul. I am a soul. I am both at once, together and inseparably. Chastity is misunderstood and misrepresented as being a matter of not doing certain things. It isn't. It is something positive in its own right. It is an assertion of the wholeness of self, of body and soul as one. It is unchastity that is not doing something, because unchastity consists in not being whole, but demoting the body so that it is not me anymore, but only an object, a thing I possess, and I can do what I like with it. If you do mistakenly think of chastity as not doing certain things, with no particular reason except for being told you mustn't do that, well, you may be able to avoid losing a battle against temptation to sin today, but you will certainly lose the war against sin in your life. It's like not stealing because there's a commandment against stealing, as opposed to not stealing because you are living the love of your neighbor so fully that stealing from him becomes impossible for you. If you are a Jew, it's like not eating pork merely because it is forbidden, as opposed to abstaining from it out of love for the lawgiver and his laws. When I dedicate the whole of my being in chastity to another person, it is called monogamy. It is a living and positive thing. It leads to self-fulfillment and not self-frustration. Virginity is simply the name we give to chastity when I offer the undivided wholeness of my being, not to another human person, but to God. The honor of virginity is not the abstention from bodily acts, but the glory of being whole, combined with the generosity of offering that wholeness to God. This is the very reason why the imagery of marriage is also the imagery of religious vows, and the reason why the ceremony of taking those vows is so often accompanied by readings from that dazzling Oriental love poem, the Song of Songs. Read it for yourself. It's in the Bible.